You need to be yourself. You need to be yourself unapologetically. The thing that humans desire most is a connection. And sometimes, especially with social media and all the things around us, we start to absorb what is considered the normal. And what we consider the normal is always changing, just like the seasons. And that is exactly why you need to be yourself and you need to be who you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you can put on this persona that makes everybody like you and makes you really favorable, but that could be the person that you don't want to be at all. Matter of fact, you dislike that person. You feel so closed in a box whenever you're around people because you don't get to express yourself in the way that you want to out of fear that you won't fit in. And just like I said previously, what's trending changes with the seasons. So you trying to follow what's trending and be able to fit in, it's going to change anyways. So are you going to keep changing yourself to fit in, or are you going to attract the people that fit in with you for being yourself? Obviously, you're going to change in life. Everybody changes. But you have a good chunk of you that is you and is going to stay you forever. Things around that core area will change, but that core is going to stay the same. I used to fear being different. And honestly, what stemmed from that fear is that I was always different. Growing up, my life was very lonely, you know? And I'm not saying this as a pity party or anything of the such, but I was just a very lonely person. And it was like a double edged sword because I really enjoyed my solitude, but at the same time, I also hated it because I would be in my mind, I would be in my thoughts. So I always desired to be around people. So coming around middle school and high school, I tried my best to fit in. I tried to do the things that everybody else was doing. And when I would meet up with the people that I was hanging out with and doing what they were doing, I just felt like I didn't fit in. It felt like there was everybody else enjoying and conversating with everybody else, and then it was just me in the corner. And I started to come to realize that this isn't who I am. I still appreciate these people for being in my life, but it's just not my scene. It's not who I am. I don't like this. And so as I continue to find myself and be more of who I want to be, I begin to attract people that find me interesting. And I get to meet other people doing the things that I wanted to do and be more social in that aspect. And that's what you need to do. You don't need to continue doing these things that you don't enjoy doing, but you only do it to fit in. You don't need to do any of those things. You take it all and throw it out the window and just ask yourself, who do you want to be? And if the person that you want to be and the person that you want to become causes everybody in your life to cut you off, it is what it is. You're going to be lonely for a period of time, but eventually you're going to find people that find who you are attractive, and they're going to attract to you and want to become your friends, want to get to know you as a person, because there are not a lot of people out here that choose to be themselves. We live in a world where everything is surface level now. People can determine the type of person you are based off the post you post on Instagram. People determine whether or not they want to get to know you based on your Instagram account and how many followers you have. It's all surface level now. Back in the day, back in the 90s, when there was no phones and no technology, nobody's nobody was worried about that. They were just worried about your character. Who are you? Are you going to steal from a store, or are you not going to steal from a store? You know, are you going to give a homeless man some change? Are you going to clean up after yourself? It was things that actually mattered, not all these things that don't even matter. Obviously, if you're talking crazy or talking reckless on Instagram, I can understand that. That kind of shows who you are as a person, and I would want to stay away from you. But at the same time, if you're denying a person just because they ain't got no post on Instagram, maybe they're a private person. Maybe they don't like showing off what they got. And if you do like showing off what you got, ain't nothing wrong with it. The only thing that's wrong with it is when you start determining other people's worth based off of what they show to the world. And that's where it starts becoming messed up. So be yourself. Life is too short to accommodate for what other people want you to be. Be you. Do what you want to do. Still consider the opinions of others and, you know, have open ears and an open heart and try new things. But you always know when you don't fit in something. And you may have a fear of missing out, but I promise you, the more you figure out what you want to do and do those things and be yourself, the less you're going to have that fear of missing out. The less you're going to care about what the outside world is doing, because all you care about is what you're doing. And that's how life should be. So, it's currently day 30 out of 365. One more day, and the first month of the year will be over. I'm honestly very impressed with my growth, how much I grew, how much this channel has grown. You know, I'm very proud of myself. And I want you to be proud of yourself too. I love you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.